Now this is the unit number 7th, which is the dual nature of radiations and matter. This we have decided just to contract this syllabus, as I have already given you the message. So that is why I am just beginning this chapter. So first is the photon, and photon is nothing, it is the packet of energy, and packet of energy means it shows the material particle. That means E is equal to h into nu, where h is the Planck's constant and nu is the frequency of light. ये ऐसा एज्यूम कर सकते हैं कि एक पैकेट में एनर्जी भरी हुई है और वो पैकेट जो है वो एज ए पार्टिकल वर्क कर रहा है. दिस एनर्जी इज नोन एज द वन क्वांटा एनर्जी. अ फोटोन इज नॉट अ मटेरियल, it is a quanta of energy. C is equal to nu into lambda, or nu is equal to C upon lambda. E is equal to h into C upon lambda. C is the velocity of light and lambda is the wavelength. The energy of the photon is usually expressed in the electron volts, EV, and 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joules. 1 kilo electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 16 joules, and 1 mega electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 13 joules. Now the second topic is the laws of photoelectric emission. The emission of the photoelectrons takes place only when the frequency of the incident radiation is above a certain critical value. That is the characteristic of that metal, and this critical value of the frequency is known as the threshold frequency and denoted by nu 0. The second law is the emission of the photoelectrons starts as soon as the light falls on the metal surface. There is no time lag between these two processes. जैसे इस दोनों टाइम के, यानी कि जैसे ही फोटो इलेक्ट्रॉन आपका इस पे पड़ता है सरफेस पे, वैसे ही इलेक्ट्रॉन का इमिशन शुरू हो जाता है. इन दोनों प्रोसेसेस में कोई भी टाइम लैग नहीं होता है. टाइम लैग लेस देन 10 raised to the power minus 8 seconds. तो दिस इज वेरी वेरी लिटिल वन, वेरी लेस. So we cannot say that there is we can say that there is no time lag between the two processes. The third one is the maximum kinetic energy with which an electron is emitted from a metal surface is independent of the intensity of the light and depends only upon its frequency. That is, the maximum kinetic energy is directly proportional to the frequency. इसको ऐसे ही याद रखेंगे, मैथमेटिकल फॉर्म में याद रखेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा आपके लिए. The number of the photoelectrons emitted, that is the photoelectric current, is independent of the frequency of the incident light and depends only upon its intensity. यानी कि जो फोटोइलेक्ट्रिक करंट है वो डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल है इंटेंसिटी के, और मैक्सिमम काइनेटिक एनर्जी इट इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू न्यू. रोकिए. इसमें कुछ नोट लिखे हैं. देखिए थ्योरेटिकल चैप्टर है, इसको नोट्स अगर आपको अच्छे से मिल जाएंगे ना तो भी आपका बहुत अच्छा काम हो जाएगा, और बाकी आप लोग पढ़ ही रहे हैं. तो इसमें नोट नंबर 1 में है द मिनिमम एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड टू इजेक्ट द फोटो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्रॉम द मेटल सरफेस इज कॉल्ड द वर्क फंक्शन. यानी कि वो मिनिमम एनर्जी जो रिक्वायर्ड होती है टू इजेक्ट द फोटो इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम द मेटल सरफेस इज कॉल्ड द वर्क फंक्शन ऑफ दैट मेटल. तो इट इज डिनोटेड बाई फाई. फाई इज इक्वल टू h into nu 0, or nu 0 is also denoted by nu minimum. So phi is the work function and h is the Planck's constant and nu 0 is the minimum frequency. The value of h is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. Note 2 जो है वो, that is the in a photon electron collision, when the photon falls on it, the electron collides with this. The total energy and the total momentum are conserved. However, the number of photons may not be conserved in a collision. The photon may be absorbed or a new photon may be created. Now see the energy and the momentum of the photon. This is the important topic. The rest mass of the photon is assumed to be 0, but its kinetic mass is not 0. The photon travels with the speed of light c, that is the velocity of light, and according to the Einstein's mass energy relation E is equal to m into c square, the energy of a photon is E is equal to h nu. This is the equation number 1. E is equal to m into c square, it is the second. E is equal to h nu is equal to mc square, m is equal to h nu upon c square. This is called the kinetic mass of the photon. But nu is equal to c upon lambda, so lambda is equal to wavelength of the photon, and if you substitute the value, m is equal to h upon c square into nu c upon lambda, it is h upon c into lambda, or m is equal to h nu upon c square, or hc into lambda. The momentum of the photon is p is equal to m into v. So in place of m, काइनेटिक मास जो आपने फोटोन का निकाला है, दैट इज एच न्यू अपॉन सी स्क्वायर इंटू वेलोसिटी ऑफ लाइट, दैट इज सी कैंसिल हो जाएगा, ये आ जाएगा एच न्यू अपॉन सी, बट न्यू इज अगेन सी अपॉन लैम्डा, सो मोमेंटम इज इक्वल टू एच न्यू अपॉन सी इज इक्वल टू एच अपॉन लैम्डा. Now see the variation of the photoelectric current with intensity of light. यानी कि फोटोइलेक्ट्रिक करंट का और इंटेंसिटी ऑफ लाइट के बीच में अगर हम ग्राफ खींचते हैं तो इट विल बी अ स्ट्रेट लाइन inclined to the x-axis. Now B, effect of the potential on the photoelectric current. It is found that the photoelectric current increases with increase in accelerating positive potential. At some stage, for certain positive potential of the plate A, that is the anode, all the emitted electrons are collected by the plate A and the photoelectric current becomes maximum or saturates. If we increase the accelerating potential of the anode, that is the positive potential, further the photo current does not increases, this maximum value of the photoelectric current is called the saturation current. When the polarity of the anode is reversed, that is the negative potential is being applied, the electrons are repelled and only the most energetic electrons are able to reach the collector A. For the particular frequency of incident radiation, the minimum negative or the retarding potential Vs given to the plate A, for which the photoelectric current stops or it becomes zero. This is called the cutoff potential or the stopping potential. Now see the explanation of it. All the photoelectrons emitted from the metal do not have the same energy. Photoelectric current is zero when the stopping potential is sufficient to repel even the most energetic photoelectrons with the maximum kinetic energy, that is the K maximum, and the maximum kinetic energy is equal to E into Vs. Vs is the stopping potential. For a given frequency of the incident radiation, the stopping potential is independent of its intensity. These graphs are very, very important, children. Now have a look on it. This is the graph between the photoelectric current and the potential. So here it is the potential, that is the negative potential at which the photoelectric current is 0. So this is the stopping potential Vs for the current I1, I2 and I3. तो आपका स्टॉपिंग पोटेंशियल आपका ये रहेगा, लेकिन जैसे जैसे आपका ये पोटेंशियल बढ़ेगा वैसे वैसे करंट की वैल्यू बढ़ती जाएगी. तो इस ग्राफ को आप अच्छे तरीके से देख लेंगे, आपके बुक में भी बना हुआ है, तो इसको एक बार, क्योंकि ये ग्राफ जो है वो आपके एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से दे आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नाउ इफेक्ट ऑफ द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द इंसिडेंट रेडिएशन ऑन स्टॉपिंग पोटेंशियल. If you are just plotting the photoelectric current and collector plate potential graph, then for the different potential, the stopping potentials are the different, and after some time it gets the saturation current. यानी कि उसमें से जितने इलेक्ट्रॉन निकल सकते हैं, जो भी मेटल है उसमें से जितने इलेक्ट्रॉन निकल सकते हैं उसके बाद आप चाहे जितनी भी उसको फोटोन दे दें, जितनी भी एनर्जी दे दें, लेकिन उसके बाद फिर वो सैचुरेशन में आ जाएगा और उसमें से कोई भी इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं निकल पाएगा। इसी को दिस स्टेट इज कॉल्ड द सैचुरेशन स्टेट। तो आप देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे पोटेंशियल ν1 फ्रीक्वेंसी के लिए स्टॉपिंग पोटेंशियल -V01 है, ν2 फ्रीक्वेंसी के लिए -V02 है और ν3 के लिए -V03 है। तो यानी कि स्टॉपिंग पोटेंशियल्स तो अलग अलग होंगे, लेकिन एक टाइम आएगा जब ये सैचुरेशन करंट की स्टेट में पहुंच जाएगा। यहाँ पे हम ये कह सकते हैं कि ν3 इज ग्रेटर देन ν2 इज ग्रेटर देन ν1। द स्टॉपिंग पोटेंशियल इज मोर negative for the higher frequencies of the incident radiation, that is the V03 is greater than V02 is greater than V01. This implies that the greater the frequency of the incident light, greater is the maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectrons. Consequently, we need greater retarding potential to stop them completely. Now come to the wave nature of matter, that is the de Broglie waves or the concept of the matter waves. We know that the radiation behaves both as a wave and as well as the particle. That means it possesses the dual nature. The light is also a radiation, so light is also possessing the dual nature, the wave nature also and particle nature also. So de Broglie put forward a hypothesis that matter should also possesses the dual nature. डी ब्रॉगली ने उसका उल्टा सोचना शुरू किया कि अगर लाइट एनर्जी जो है वो डुअल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक रखता है तो कोई भी मैटर जो है वो भी डुअल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक रखेगा। द फॉलोइंग ऑब्जर्वेशन एस्टैब्लिश द डुअलिटी हाइपोथेसिस फॉर मैटर। द होल एनर्जी इन दिस यूनिवर्स इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द मैटर एंड द इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशन। द नेचर लव्स द सिमेट्री. As the radiation has got the dual nature, the matter should also possesses the dual nature. Thus, according to the de Broglie, a wave is associated with every moving particle. These waves are called the de Broglie waves or the matter waves. They are very simple कि अगर light waves है तो उसके साथ भी फोटोन का कॉन्सेप्ट इन्वॉल्व है, दैट मीन्स पार्टिकल नेचर शो करने का नेचर इन्वॉल्व है। लेकिन अगर कहीं पे मैटर है और मैटर मूवमेंट में है तो उसके साथ भी कुछ वेव्स चलती हैं। आप एक सिंपल एग्जांपल ले लीजिए कि अगर ट्रक भी आपका मूव कर रहा है तो ट्रक के साथ भी कुछ वेव्स उस पार्टिकल के साथ एसोसिएट होंगी। ये कॉन्सेप्ट था डी ब्रॉगली का। तो अकॉर्डिंग टू द क्वांटम थ्योरी ऑफ द रेडिएशन, energy of the photon is given by the E is equal to h into nu, and energy of the relativistic particle is given by E is equal to under root m0 square c square plus p square into c square. m0 is the rest mass, c is the velocity of light and p is the momentum. Since photon is a particle of zero rest mass, if we putting m0 is equal to 0, so we can get the relation E is equal to p into c. P is again it is the momentum and c is the velocity of light. From the equation number 1 and 2, one is E is equal to h nu and second is E is equal to pc. From these two equations we get the lambda is equal to h upon p. So this is the wavelength of the photon. P is equal to mass into velocity, so lambda is equal to h upon mv. This is called the de Broglie relation. It connects the momentum, which is the characteristic of the particle, with the wavelength, which is the characteristic of the wave. It is obvious and that first lambda is inversely proportional to the mass, that is lighter the particle, greater is its de Broglie wavelength. इसमें मेरे ख्याल से बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सप्लेन करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। इन्वर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल और डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल हमारे 12th के बच्चे तो जानते ही हैं। लैम्डा जो है वो इन्वर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल है, यानी कि मास अगर जितना ज़्यादा होगा उतना ही लैम्डा कम हो जाएगा। सेकेंड आपको देख लीजिए, लैम्डा इज इन्वर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू v. द फास्टर द पार्टिकल मूव्स द स्मॉलर इज इट्स de Broglie wavelength. Third, the lambda of the particle is independent of the charge or nature of the particle. For the matter waves are not electromagnetic in nature. Now see this note also, moving particle is associated with a wave packet rather than a wave. It has also been found that the velocity of the de Broglie waves associated with a moving particle is greater than the velocity with which the particle moves. Therefore, it was difficult to conceive as to how the de Broglie waves associated with a particle, if a large number of waves of frequencies differing by very small amounts are superimposed, a wave packet is formed. The velocity of the wave packet is found to be the same as that of the particle. Therefore, a plausible solution to the problem is that a moving particle is associated with a wave packet rather than a wave. Fourth is, if v is the velocity of the particle, if comparable to the velocity of the light, then mass of the particle is given by m is equal to m0 under root 1 minus v square upon c square. V is the velocity of the particle and c is the velocity of light. So lambda is equal to h upon mv, and h, substitute the value of m here. So it is under root 1 minus v square upon c square upon m0 into v. So this is the simple mathematics. Now again very important topic is there, that de Broglie wavelength of the electron. जो मूविंग इलेक्ट्रॉन है उसके साथ डी ब्रॉगली की जो वेव्स एसोसिएटेड होती हैं उसकी वेवलेंथ को हमें कैलकुलेट करना है. तो इट्स वेरी इजी. देखिए, कंसीडर कीजिए दैट एन इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑफ द मास m एंड द चार्ज E is accelerated through a potential difference V, and so E is equal to energy is equal to small e into capital V. E is the charge on the electron and V is the potential. So this is the energy acquired by the particle, and kinetic energy formula you all know, kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. So EV is equal to half mv square and V is equal to under root 2 EV upon m. V is equal to 2 E upon m because energy is equal to small e into capital V. Again, E is the charge on the electron and capital V is the potential. So de Broglie wavelength of the electron is given by lambda is equal to h upon mv, h upon m into 2e upon m. So अगर इसको हम m को अंदर ले जाएं तो यह m स्क्वायर हो जाएगा and 1 m will be cancelled out, and lambda is equal to h upon under root 2 m into e, and E is equal to EV. So substitute it. This formula is also correct and this formula is also correct. If you substitute the mass of the electron, it is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kilograms. E is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulombs, and the value of the Planck's constant is 6.62 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule second. Substituting the value, lambda is equal to coming, it is the standard value, so 12.27 upon under root V. Only the potential is variable into 10 raised to minus 10 से अगर इसको मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे तो ये मीटर्स में आ जाएगा, और अगर 10 raised to minus 10 यहाँ पे नहीं रखते हैं तो ये ऑंगस्ट्रॉम में आ जाएगा. ये फॉर्मूला प्रूफ करने के लिए बहुत पूछा जाता है, तो इसको आप एक बार देख लेंगे और इजी भी बहुत है. तो लैम्डा इज इक्वल टू 12.27 अपॉन अंडर रूट वी इंटू 10 raised to minus 10 मीटर्स, और लैम्डा इज इक्वल टू 12.27 अपॉन अंडर रूट वी. वी मीन्स पोटेंशियल एंड मीटर से ये ऑंगस्ट्रॉम में आ जाएगा अगर हम 10 raised to minus 10 हटा देंगे तो. रोक दीजिएगा, कितने मिनट हो गए.